hello my fellow crafters and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Inspiration for Cards. My name is David and today I'm going to be working in my art journal. Yeah, a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks and things have taken a turn. So if you have missed the announcement, I'm going to start, well actually I have already started. I'm going to be the designer for Elizabeth Craft Design's art journal collection and I couldn't be more thrilled about it. I'm really excited. Yeah, let's have a go because everything in this, no, not everything. I've been using the art journal collection off camera, filmed a few things, but I haven't done a lot with it. So what I'm doing at the moment, besides designing a new collection, is I'm diving into the current collection because that is a fantastic collection already and a fantastic base to work upon. So today I will be just playing. I felt like playing, but I will be doing an in-depth, like, okay, what goes where, what goes what, but I will just do a little explanation now as well. So without any further ado, let's dive in, change the cameras and let's get this journey started, because I'm just gonna play fairly with some pastes, etc. So it's like making a grungy card, but then for an art journal. And that's what I love about this, playing with this collection. Another thing that I really love about the art journal collection is that it is very suitable for beginners as well. So if you're a beginner for with art journaling and see all these amazing makes on YouTube and on Facebook, you think like, I can never do that. This collection is for you because it's very complete. It's got dies, it's got stamps, it's got everything you need to get started. And I think that is one of the beauties of this collection. It's, yeah, not complicated, and you can make it as elaborate and as complicated as you want. And I'm even impressed with the things that I'm seeing online and from the design team from this collection. Wow, that's amazing. But anyways, going back to what I'm going to do, this is my little art journal. This is the TN travel notebook. This is the small size, passport size. And these are some of the things that I've made in the past with the prompts that were there. My last one was May. I did not catch up on the prompts. Life got in the way, but yeah, I love these. These stamps are also in there. This was, I can't remember what the prompt was, but I don't think this was a prompt actually. This was just me playing. So this was, the prompt was yellow. Here the prompt was felt. This was my January one. That was colored cardstock, and this was red. So yeah, not sure what that was actually. February burlap, I think. And I challenged myself extra with doing a color scheme. So this was blue, red, green. This was obviously yellow. I don't remember what the prompt was here. This one I did just on my own. And then we went to May. So yeah, that's what I've done so far in my art journal. And I'm gonna work on a new art journal today, which is this one. The beautiful square one in black. It hasn't been out of the box yet. It's called Chic Black, and wow, it is. It's a very interesting fabric. Cool. I like these as well. Okay, that's going to be fun. So that's what I'm going to be working in. Now, if you look at the, before I go on, because I see a lot of questions, which pages fit in what? Well, actually, these are rectangle. These are square, small ones. Obviously, these don't fit in the small one because they will stick out. But these pages and these pages will all fit into the XL, the big one, which I don't have at hand at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to work in this one because I think it's going to be fun. This fun black art journal. I'm going to be working with lots of different stamps. I will link everything below. It's just this one. I've lost the packaging and I just took it out, so it must be here. But anyways, I've lost it. So all these stamps I'm going to use, and this is the base set that I'm going to be using, which is called the Polaroid set, Polaroid Page. And this is the base page for that square TN. And I'm going to use this fun die, which is called Jeans Pocket. That's what I'm going to use as well. So let's just dive in and make a little mess. I will keep these at hand. I'm also going to use some sort of ephemera. I've got these beautiful old book pages that I got from Els actually. She took that from Italy. So that will definitely be in there. So I'll just take a page and I will tear that up later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my release sheet out. This is just an old piece of release sheet that I use when I'm working with paste, etc. And I'm going to get a stencil out. So I'll be right back. So this is one of the Art Journal Specials stencils, and I've got my base page here cut out of watercolor paper, quite thick and sturdy, and I'm going to use the structured side, so the outside I can decorate on another day. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm just going to use my stencil, and I'm going to use this texture paste. It's like paper texture. It's really fun stuff. So I'm gonna get a spatula out, and I'm going to just get some of the paste out and put some through that stencil. Now I don't want it to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be everywhere. I just want some structure on that page. Now, it shouldn't be too thick, because then it will take forever to dry, but then again we'll help it along. So that's one side done, and I will do the same on the other page. So that's step one. Do I want some in the middle? No, I think this is fine. So I will clean this off, let this dry, and then we'll be back. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to color some elements, and I'm going to start by coloring this jeans pocket. And what better color to use than faded jeans? So I'm going to do something fun with this. I'm going to use this as watercolor. So let me get a brush out. Watercolor brush, and I'm gonna use this to draw over these stitched lines, or scribble I should say. Just go over that, making sure there's enough on there. And then what I'm going to do first is I'm going to spray with water. You can already see it starts moving. And then I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to go over that to wash out that color. But because I did that scribble first, I get the most intensity along these lines. That's what I like. I don't want a white edge. So next I'm going to dry. And you can do this with watercolor, etc. I just like these crayons. I've got them, might as well use them. Don't use them enough actually, because it is fun. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll just dip this in the water that came off. Like that. And dry again. So I've put some down again, picking that up with my brush, mixing that with the water, and I'm just going to go with my brush over these lines again, just to make them a bit darker, intensify that a bit, like so, and the outside. Another thing, it's fun, you can use them to watercolor as well, the crayons. And with a different effect again than with the watercolor pencils. That's also fun. So, yeah. So this way I'm just building up that color. Drying this again. Okay, that is good enough for me. I like it that way. Now onto the inside, because we fold this way, so I want this part to be blue as well. So I'm just going to dip that in. No rocket science. We're not going to make it harder than it is. That's what it is. Just going to dip that in to get that same color on there. What I've got here is a gel pen. It's a glitter gel pen, but I'm going to use that to accentuate the lines on here as a stitched line. It doesn't have to be perfect again, but I just want that hint of brown on there, because we're going to be working with brown on the rest of the page as well. And I like things to come back. You know that by now. So, you see what that does? Really looks like fun. At least I think so. And that's what this is about. You know, For me, art journaling, you can do it for photos, you can do it for fun. What I'm doing now, I'm just making a page. That is going to be fun. But you can do this, yeah, for you. In a way, that is, if you make cards, you send them out. Perfect. The people that receive them are very happy with it. But this is for you. Use your creativity and play. And even if you use techniques for cards that you would normally use for cards, you can do that and put them in your art journal. Simple as that. I like this. I think this is great. So I'm going to glue that together. So I'm going to fold my little tabs back. And get my 3mm tape out. Put that on there and close it up. Okay, so this is on there. The release tape is off, so let's close this down and line this up. So we have our jeans pocket ready to go. There we go. Now with the jeans pocket, there is actually something that comes above it. I've trimmed that off because otherwise it would have sticked out of my page, which I didn't want. So that's going to be on my page. Later on, I'm just going to edge, because I want a grungy, vintagey look. So I'm going to edge using frayed burlap. And I'm just going to go around, darkening up that edge and make it look more grungy. Like old jeans. There. That's my pocket done. Put that to the side and continue. So I've trimmed out, I've stamped out a guy. We've got a guy stamp in the collection, so I just thought I'd give him a go and trim him out. Now what I want to do is I want to use my crayons to color him in. So I'm gonna make him give him a bit of a brownie face with brushed corduroy. I know that's not a skin tone color, but he's been in the sun. I'm not sure this is going to work. This looks like baby poop, so let's not give him that color on the face. Let's try vintage photo. That's better. Now I'm watering it down quite a lot, because I don't want his face to be too brown. No, this is going to be fine. So I'm going to give that darkest color, and this is where my makeup artist skills come in handy, because I know where to put dark and light on the face. So, but yeah, the outside you always make darker. And here under the chin is going to be the darkest as well. And then I'm going to wash that out. Now I want him to have blue eyes, but I don't want to use the same blue as I've used on the jeans, because that's going to be in the background as well. So what I'm doing, these are brand new. These are the distressed watercolor, not watercolor crayons, the distressed crayons that came out, I think these were for Christmas. And I'm just gonna scribble some onto my release sheet. That's why I never throw away a release sheet. Clean off my brush. Pick some of that color up. Activate that pigment. I'm just gonna color his eyes blue. Simple as that. There we go. Now, for his sweater, I think I'm going to make that the same color as the jeans. So again, I'm scribbling on, picking up that pigment, and color in. It's so simple. I'm going to use my watercolor pencils for that, because why not? This is Tethered Rose. I'm just gonna color his mouth using Tethered Rose, because I don't want to give him a weird brownish mouth. So just activate that ink. Yeah, that's better. Look. And last but not least, let's color his hair, because it's not going to be me, so I'm not going to give him black hair or gray hair. I'm going to use fossilized ember. Why not? Let's make it yellow. There we go. That's my guy colored. So what I'm going to do with these letters, I've stamped out the word fun. I'm going to use that same jeans blue to color in my letters, and I'm really going to be messy with this because I'm going to trim them out anyway. So I'm just giving them some color, not being bothered by being neat, because I'm going to trim them out anyway. So why waste time, right? So that's that. And then I've got the word creative already cut out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give that a wash of that blue. This can dry, that can dry. This one I want the heart to have a bit of color in. So it's quick and easy coloring with this. And I'm just going to give the outside of the heart a bit of a wash with the blue. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on this. I had an old linen bag that I did not use, and I've used one of these, no, that's the normal scissors, this one of these scissors to trim it out. And I'm going to use this stamp, and this is the stamp that comes from a Let's Decorate set. I'm going to use that to stamp onto that, not burlap, the linen from the bag. And I'm just going to use archival for that. So I'm going to ink it up. I've freshly re-inked my black archival, so I'm just going to stamp on there. And give that ink some time to sink in. Also not too long, doesn't have to be perfect. It can be grungy. There, that's fine for me. I'm just gonna stamp out a line of these on it. And what I'm also gonna do is take my frayed burlap and go around the edge of this to make that a bit more dirty. So there's another element done. So next I'm going to just tear up some of these papers and going to use frayed burlap to etch that again to give that a grungy look. Like this was ripped years ago, fairly, that's what I want. I don't like that fresh torn look, but I love that torn look that it's got. So then you got to make it look old. So I'm going to make the background, and then while this is drying, I will trim out the other bits. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to use my vintage photo. I'm just going to put that onto my release sheet. I'm going to spray that with water, and I'm going to pull my card through. Oops, it's sticking to the release sheet, but never mind. Do the same the other side. And I just like to play with it, you know, let it run, let it flow, then I will dry. Okay, and then I'm gonna dip it in what's left on my paper, so that I create a layered look, because what you should remember is wet on wet blends, dry, wet on dry creates layers. When you remember that, you can make beautiful backgrounds for art journals, for planners, for cards. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to dry that again and see if I need more. I'm just going to dip in a bit more. Now, I shouldn't be focusing on there because that's going to be covered up. I already know that. So just dipping it in there. Ooh, I love that. So I've just splattered it with water, and now I'm drying it a bit before I take a piece of paper towel and dab that off. And that will create, you see here, that these dark edges around the droplets. That's what I love. Okay, so the page is ready. Now what I want to do is I want to darken it up. So I've used Vintage Photo. I'm going to use my crayon in Gather Twigs. I'm just going to scribble on there over the texture paste that I've got on there. And then with my finger, and I've got a baby wipe here that I will wet my finger with, I will just go over that and rub that in. And that will give me that really crunchy look and darken it up ever so slightly. There we go. This is fun. Okay, this needs to dry. I will cut everything out that I need to cut out, and then I'll be back. Okay, so next I've got my attacher out, and what I will do is I'm going to take my piece of cloth that I've used to, that I cut out of the bag, and I'm just going to put that on here and stitch that down on this side, and do the same on this side. And then with whatever's left, like that, and then with what left, I just crunch it up and give it a little staple. And here, this I will cover up later on with something else when I'm making that. So I'm just gonna give it a little thingy here and a little one here, so this stays put while I fold this in half. There we go. Next I'm gonna put these behind here, building up a bit of a collage. Now this one is way too big, so I will just tear some off. I'm used to working in a planner, guys, so bear with me. So I will just put a staple in here. And then I will use some glue to attach him for that. And I think that will also attach to fabric. Like that. Using the kids' glue, I'm gluing these words, this word down. The word fun, because I had fun making this page, and I will surely have fun making more and looking back at this one as well. I'm going to take some tape and put that on the back of this jeans pocket and put that on here. And then later on, when I know what I will put in there, because I'm not going to do any text or anything now, because I can always do that later, when I know if I want to put a picture in or anything, I can do that. And then I can also decide to decorate this. Shouldn't go over the fold, David. There we go. Now I know eventually this will not be next to each other. That's also why I wanted the creative to be on here and not on here. But for now, I think this is a fun page, and it will go behind the elastic. There we go. And there's my first page in my new art journal done. So I really hope you liked it, and you can see the simplicity of these dies and stamps. So you can really make a fun page without being a specialist in mixed media or anything. I mean, I'm not. Look at this. I love this, and I hope you like it too. If you do, give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel, because boy, there will be some new things coming up. But also still, I will be making cards, and I will be sometimes working in the planner, etc. So that will be there as well on the channel. And but yeah, this will definitely be more on the channel. So thank you very much for watching this one. I love to see you back for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.